History of Freemasonry. Principles and activitio of Freemasonry is often called a secret society. Freemasons themselves claim that it is more accurate to describe it as an esoteric society with certain aspects that are private or secret. A common saying states that in the 21st century, Freemasonry has become more of a society with secrets rather than a secret society. The private aspects of modern Freemasonry include methods of recognition among members and certain elements of rituals, principles and activities. Despite the diversity of the organization, the main activities of Freemasonry remain charity, moral improvement, which in most cases requires belief in a supreme being, and the development and preservation of fraternal friendship within a brotherly environment, as initially encouraged by Anderson's constitutions. Freemasons conduct their meetings in a ritualistic form. There is no single Masonic ritual, and each Grand Lodge can freely establish or not establish its own ritual. However, there are similarities between the rituals of different lodges. For example, all Masonic rituals use the architectural symbolism of the tools of medieval operative stonemasons. Freemasons, as speculative masons that is, engaged in philosophical rather than actual building, use symbolism to teach moral and ethical lessons of brotherly love, relief, and truth, or, as adopted in France, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Two main symbolic tools are always present in the lodge: the compass and square. Some lodges and rituals explain these tools as lessons in conduct. For example, Freemasons should square their actions by the square of virtue and learn to circumscribe their desires and keep their passions within due bounds towards all mankind. However, since Freemasonry is not dogmatic, there is no single common interpretation of these tools or any Masonic symbol. These moral lessons are taught during allegorical rituals. A candidate is elevated in degrees, gaining knowledge and understanding of themselves, their relationships with others, and with God, whose essence remains at their personal discretion. Although lodges tend to discuss philosophical aspects in instructions or architectural work studies, and sometimes in informal groups, both Masonic and public, of varying levels of competence, studying what is available to the public, all Freemasons can reflect on the symbols and meaning of Freemasonry, and of course, contemplation of the symbols is a necessary condition for advancement through the degrees. Freemasonry has no universally accepted goal, and no single Mason can speak on behalf of all Freemasonry. Rewritten version: Freemasonry, often misconceived as a clandestine organization, is better understood as an esoteric community with select private or secret facets. In today's world, Freemasonry is less a covert society and more a society harboring secrets, with confidential methods of member recognition and specific ritualistic elements. Core principles and endeavors: unity in diversity. Freemasonry's cornerstone activities are philanthropy, ethical self-betterment, usually necessitating belief in a divine entity, and fostering brotherly bonds, as inspired by Anderson's constitutions. Masonic gatherings are steeped in ritual, with no universal rite. Each Grand Lodge crafts its own, yet common threads run through all, echoing the symbolic tools of yesteryear's stonemasons. As philosophical builders, Freemasons employ these symbols to impart lessons of compassion, support, and veracity, or in the French tradition, the ideals of liberty, equality, and brotherhood. The compass and square, quintessential Masonic symbols, reside in every lodge. Various interpretations abound, with some viewing them as moral compasses, guiding Freemasons to virtuous actions and temperate passions in service to humanity. Yet, the fraternity's non-dogmatic nature means these symbols and all Masonic emblems invite personal interpretation. Allegorical rituals serve as the medium for these ethical teachings, with candidates ascending through degrees, deepening self-awareness, social connections, and spiritual contemplation. While lodges may delve into philosophical discourse during formal instruction or casual study groups, all Freemasons are encouraged to ponder the fraternity's symbols and meanings, a reflective practice essential for progression. Freemasonry, devoid of a singular mission, celebrates individual interpretation, ensuring no one voice speaks for the whole. I hope this meets your needs. If you have any more requests or need further assistance, feel free to ask.